Sorry for the inconvenience. It's the first time to set up the device, and we have a live in broadcast to China. So it's a little the network. The notebook is not enough energetic. So let's start. And it's very happy to be here. And I see some familiar friends we met before in FOSSG. And so this is the second share to you. Before I start my share, I'd like to talk about Kanshu and me. It's from 4 years ago, in April 2020. I and my colleagues at SCS and the openEuler community found the Summer-OSPP program to encourage students to do more contribution to open source projects. And in the 4 years, Kanshu gave us a lot of help. And this year we have 3,000 students around the world from 6 continents to join this program. And till this April this year, it's first time I met with friends from Kanshu community, Mr. Ted and Shumin. And also I'm very happy to have this chance to join Kanshu Singapore group. And we have the first meet with Alfred and Shumin. And then we have talk with free and open source group in Singapore, Daryl and Zach. And so we have this meetup and we have this chance to talk and share. So this is the start. And then let's start my share. It's like I want to share some open source projects I'm very interested in these few years, especially the AI is coming and it's like AI want to maybe conquer the world. So I'm more worried about this topic, how to safeguard our data ownership. So the first question is, do we own our data currently? It's a little tough question. Let's go a little more and share some. It's like big news. It's 2 years ago, Twitter announced permanent suspension of President Donald Trump's account. Luckily, recently, he can come back to Twitter, but without any data, without any followers before. So it's just, actually Twitter have these rights because Twitter owns the data. And the second news is about same year, 2021, WhatsApp. I think also in Singapore, many users of WhatsApp due to this news. WhatsApp updated its privacy policy to they could share some data of user to other products of Facebook, of Meta, like Facebook and others. Actually, oh, sorry. Can you hear? Okay, thank you. And actually, Facebook, Meta, we can call in Meta, have these rights because it owns this data and not us. And recently, we have more powerful AI bot like Bart. It's recent news. The Bart got a question from users to ask she or we can what it be trained with some data. And the Bart replied, and it was trained with some data from Google, like Gmail. Wow, and a lot of users, oh, really? It's very dangerous, and a lot of people is worried about it. But as soon as possible, Google Twitter send a tweet about it, said it's a mistake, but didn't use any privacy data about it. And then, not too long, Google delete the tweet. Oh, it's very confused to me, and I'm not sure whether Google use user data to do the training, but we can know Google have this right. Google can decide whether they use the user's data to do the training but the user don't have this right. So I think the answer is it's very hard, like we own our data. And how can we own our data, or how do we decide whether we own our data ownership? I think there are three key problems or questions. First one is, do we own our account? Do we own our email account, Twitter account, or Telegram? I think it's no. But actually, I think we own our account on our personal computer before. But in recent years, in Windows, the default account is bound to Microsoft account. In Apple product, we use iCloud account, and Android, especially in Singapore, most of the people use the Google account. So your local account is converted to a cloud account, and this cloud account is owned by some company, not by yourself. But luckily, we have Linux, right? So Linux desktop it's like there is not this problem. So this is the first question. Next one is, who has rights to view and manage our data? It's just like I think a lot of I think a lot of developers love to use Telegram, and it is very famous for its security and the privacy policy. And but Telegram sync or contacts to their servers, and one day, if one day Telegram server is down, we cannot contact with our friends in Telegram, except we save another contact way for our friends. So and also our emails in cloud and the files and pictures in cloud. Actually, we the platform have the right to decide whether we can view or manage our data in cloud, but the user don't have the right to decide whether the platform can view or manage our data. The ownership is belong to platform. And the third question is, how deep is our dependence on platforms? This question is from my experience many years before. I take a taxi called Didi in China. It's like a Grab in Singapore. And the driver say something about his work. As we know, there is a mode. The driver's bill, the driver's order is be pushed from server and by AI or by some algorithm. And so the driver will receive some order he didn't like. Maybe he can choose he don't want it, but if he decide don't use it, in the future he will receive less order, and it will influence his family or his money. So in this model, it's like AI use driver to earn money, and the driver don't have choice, just follow. And I think it's 2 months ago, I follow a tweet from Twitter, and a guy from Singapore also experienced the same idea from the Grab driver. So if and when AI is powerful and have more influence in more industry, maybe another not only drive taxi, not only taxi driver is controlled by AI. So that's why I think we should own our data. And is there a chance we own our data, or how to? I think in the past years, actually, I think there are many good practice in open source project. It's like a decentralized identifier, passkeys, end-to-end encryption, and local for open source. I think this 5 type of technology is. Oh, sorry. This technology is very key to solve the ownership problem. The decentralized identifier is also called DID, and I think it's from blockchain. And last year, W3C organization announced DID 1.0 as a new web standard. I think it's a good choice for us because just like a blockchain, the DID, this is a sample of a DID document. The account will be decided by the pub key, and only the one who hold private keys, one or more keys, have rights to own coin, not platform, not others. So I think this is very important for the future. But I don't think it should be based on blockchain, because I think there are some another idea. A platform based on blockchain also is a platform. Actually, for our own personal data, we don't need to ensure the consistency around the world. We only need to ensure the consistency with our friends, with our people, maybe just 100 people. So this is a limited consistency problem. So at this situation, we don't need to use blockchain, but we need DID. And the next one is recently GitHub also announced they will push passkeys to our account. I think this is good because actually in the past we use password, then we have two-step verification like a short message or 2FA app. But actually for 2FA, I cannot persuade my wife to use it. It's too hard for her. So I think passkeys is more convenient for users. And it will also be introduced by Apple, Google, Microsoft, and other company. Actually, a simple idea is use your devices as keys, just like your key to open your door. You just need to hold your device to open your account and manage your account. You don't need to worry about some bad people from other device to control your account. So I think that's good. And also there is a good open source project called Hanko, and the right side is the demo, and just use the some footprint in the device to create or manage the account. It's very convenient. And the third one is end-to-end encryption. And E2EE is developed for communication application first, and recently it will be extended to more scenario. Last year, Apple launched the end-to-end encryption for iCloud, and Google also did same technology to their product for business users, and it's also called client-side encryption. I think it's also is a good thing. And I will suggest, if you want to know more, I think there are two open source projects did a well job around it. One is XKylie Draw. It's a whiteboard open source project, and did a great while on collaborative in team. And the next one, I think I heard many Singaporean friends use this self-hosted Nextcloud, and in it, I think in recent version, the end-to-end encryption is used for folders on desktop or mobile application. Although it is not default choice, but I think the most important is we give user choice to decide whether let their data be seen by platform or others. So this is the third one. The next one is local first. It's being introduced by Ink and Switch Research Institute. The architecture is published on 2019 April, and in the architecture articles there are 7 ideas around it. Actually, many good product has already used it, just like Google Docs. You don't need to worry about the network. no matter the network is bad or good, you also can do your doc editor in your local environment. And so I will stress another two project to inspect about this technology. One is I mentioned before, a whiteboard project. Another one is also a team. Recently, I think it's pronounced by iFin, and the team also is based on Singapore. It's very popular in GitHub. And the last one is a website and also a community. They focus on promote local first technology to web development. But in my opinion, I think local first is also suitable for mobile and desktop app development. Okay, the last one, the fifth one, I think more important is open source. If a project is for safeguarding personal data ownership and privacy, it will be trusted only when it is open source, like Logsearch, like Big Warden, and also only Office. This also is some project I like very much, yeah. And one more thing is I and my team is doing a new project called AO.space. We try to do a system solution to solve the ownership problem. And we publish the code on GitHub. And the next month, we will publish more code, client, server, and the platform. It's a whole open source solution for data ownership. This is the simple architecture of AO.space. AO.space try to integrate with end-to-end with local first and also passkey and DID to this system level, and to help app have this feature. So I think we still have hope before AI will turn to the matrix. Yeah, and also in Haidong speak, I'm happy to hear they also very take care of users' privacy and data, and that's very good. And last, welcome to join KCC Singapore. This is our group Telegram, and we will hold more meetup in future. Thank you very much. Thank you.